I think a good topic for this first video is to not rush your 20s. I see a lot of people out there who are very ambitious, and that is certainly very great and very noble. But I just wanted to say that for the average person, you should, for your 20s, your goal should be to go into your 30s with a degree and with no debt and with some work experience under your belt. That should be the goal for your 20s. You shouldn't be there to rush. Don't rush anything. Really don't burn yourself out in your 20s. Save your effort for your 30s, 40s, and 50s when you're going to make the vast majority of your money, when you're going to get the most amount of contacts, and when you're going to make your mark in the world. I see a lot of people, they're just stressed. There really aren't a lot of jobs out there in the United States, at least for young people. A lot of the time when you get into a big company, they're going to have you starting at the entry level anyways, regardless of what your capabilities are. So once you do get in, you should just move just steady as you go. The tortoise wins the race, essentially, is the point I'm trying to make. You shouldn't break your back to try to get ahead. You should um, realize that if you have no debt and you're saving some money, that you're farther ahead than most Americans are, anyways. And the goal in your 20s should also be to just have fun and travel and to enjoy what you want to do in your 20s. When you're young and in your 20s, you typically don't have a house. You typically, just have to pay for rent and yourself. And you really should just be worrying about what do I do? Um, where do I go from here? Your worries should really just be for the now. It should just be, okay, how do I enjoy my time? How do I not waste it in an office in uh, corporate America when your retirement funds could be confiscated, when the CEO could be raided by the IRS and half the branch is shut down, and the time that and energy that you spent worrying about your job just goes to waste. If you're in your 20s, you should have fun. That is what you should do. You should view your job completely as a utility to support yourself, and that utility should then go towards having fun, eating good food, traveling the world, visiting good friends, and really just putting your career on the back burner until you are in your 30s. And then when you're in your 30s and you have no debt, people might start taking you a lot more seriously, and to not burn yourself out when you're in your 20s, because a lot of people do burn themselves out and they get exhausted and they just don't have the same mentality that they did. They don't have the same drive that they did because they burned themselves out way too early. They took on more commitments than they could handle when they were young, and they didn't enjoy their life to the fullest. And I wanted to also talk about, you should view your time on this earth, because of the way that our country is, as a very limited and thus valuable. Realize that everything is being inflated, tuition, rents, taxes. So your goal should shift from work to more enjoying your life. And I think that's a much better way to go about your time on this planet versus, instead of career, have a life, have a family, have loved ones, and then um, put your education career on the second tier, on the background, and you should just go and have fun, and don't worry about, am I going to get the promotion? Am I going to get the corner office when I'm 26, 27? Am I good enough for this next raise? It'll come when it comes, and when it does come, you'll be ready for it. And when you're in your 30s, you'll have the energy because you didn't burn yourself out like your peers did in your 20s. That's all I have to say for now. Thanks for listening. Bye now.